Hello and welcome back to the Developer's Diary. In the previous tutorial, we have learned about the navigation bar list in Oracle Apex. Today, we shall learn about the custom authentication. Once your application creates, you generally need to ensure that the authorized user can access to the application. The application express provide two different mechanisms to ensuring security. The first one is authentication and the second one is authorization. The user with the username and password can access the application. Only if the login succeeds, user is allowed to access to the application. So confirming user identity before allowing to the access to your application is known as authentication. After login, the next question is what is that user allowed to do with your application? The user get access to a page or a page component. The authorization covers this aspect of implementation. So we can say authorization refers to restricting access to a specific page or component based on user privileges. So this is brief introduction of definition of authentication and authorization. Now we shall see how we can implement authentication in Apex. So log into your workspace. For custom authentication, you need a custom table in your database for users. I have already created a table with app user and enter two users, Ali and Murtaza. And for the password, I have entered these passwords. You can hash them, but for the demo, I'm using these password. After that, we shall go to the app builder and go to your application, and under the share component, go to the authentication scheme. Now let's create an authentication scheme. Create scheme based on a pre-configured scheme from the gallery. Click next. Name it custom authentication. Then provide custom. Now, for the custom authentication, we shall provide a function to Apex Engine to verify the user. So I have write the function here. I shall provide this function in the description of this video. Copy this function and paste in the authentication function name. Now, what is this function doing? It is taking two parameters, p username and p password, and returning a boolean value. Then we have a variable username. After that, we are selecting the user ID from app user table that I have showed before you. In that, I am using the username and the password. After that, I am storing the user ID into the global variable that we shall create. After that, you can using session state set the user ID to the global variable. After that, we shall return the true. If there is no user in the table, it will return false. So this is the function. Let's check the user, app user. We have username and user underscore password. User underscore name and user underscore password. Username and user password. Create scheme and click this authentication scheme and make it current scheme. So that's all. Shall go to the application and run the application and provide. We didn't create a global variable. So go to share component under the application logic, create application item and name it G user ID. Click create and provide. Then we have a application and global scope. If we want to use this variable in the application, we shall use application scope. And if we want to use this variable in other applications under the same workspace, then we shall use the global. Currently, we shall use so now login again. So you can see that it is login with the user in our table. Let's log in with the user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that it is login with the different user that we have created in this table. So this is a custom authentication scheme. I hope you have learned something useful at Developers Diary. See you in the next tutorial.